next time.
What's going on YouTube? It is your boy Forever One Ghost here, coming back at you with a brand new anime review video. Today I'm going to be discussing a little bit what happened about the last episode of Dragon Ball Super, episode 128. Now, this is very important because if you guys haven't seen the last episode of episode 128, you are going to get some spoilers. Now, a lot of people were seeing this exact image in front of them, where you see Goku with silver hair. Now, when we can confirm this in the last episode of the preview of the next episode 129, we saw this change. But let's talk about 128 first. Vegeta staking it all versus Jiren. Vegeta falls. Now, I gotta give big props to Vegeta, man. He went hard at Jiren. He gave it everything he had. He gave him every punch he had, every little bit of energy he had, just to give Goku enough fighting strength to fight Jiren. So Goku was on the floor, could not do a thing. So Jiren was just beating on Vegeta, and I cannot believe Vegeta did everything he could to fight him, and he had every ounce of energy in him to just swing at him, punch him, and he really couldn't do anything. And he just kept getting hit back, and just kept getting pushed back, and I felt so proud of him because he was doing something that he would normally never do. Because as a character like him, he is a very tough and aggressive fighter that always depends on his pride and himself, but he looked into himself and his family and his loved ones and people that he wanted to keep his promise to, and he looked deep. And at the very end, you saw him tear up because he was upset because he wanted to continue to fight to wish back Universe 6's Kaba and the rest of those guys and go back home to his wife and kids. But I'm sure that this fight between Goku and Jiren will be the ultimate fight of the whole series, obviously, because this is the biggest lead up to that fight. So as you saw towards the end where Vegeta was like, I leave the rest to you, Kakarot, he gives him a little bit of whatever energy he has to give to Goku, and Goku uses it to get up and go toe-to-toe with Jiren for a little while. Now, if you guys seen the episode, you know what I'm talking about. He starts fighting off Jiren, they start going head-to-head a little bit, and it's almost towards where they're on top of the fighting stage, like more like of a piece of the fighting stage, where Goku's getting pushed back hard. Now, at the very end of it, we see the most epic transformation. And this is one of my favorite transformations because everybody keeps calling it a transformation. It's not a transformation, but I'm just gonna call it that for now. It's a technique, but I'm gonna correct everyone because everybody keeps telling me it's a form. No, it's not. It's a technique that masters your entire body. Like, it's more or less. I'll explain that in another video. Let's not even get into that. But it's a technique. It's not a form. So he activates the technique where he transforms and he lets the technique's aura power consume him into turning into Ultra Instinct. So as you saw at the end, you saw people really depending on him to win. Goku turns into Ultra Instinct. He activates the power, the technique, and that's when they see a shift of change where Goku's just dodging away at Jiren's hits, and then Goku hits him with one tremendous punch under the gut. And I'm starting to think, okay, did he get a little bit of his offense and defense together? Because we saw a little bit of red and purple coming out of him a little bit, and some blue hitting him on, like right off the aura that we saw at the end of episode 128. Now, as you guys remember, right after that ended, we saw them look towards one another, and it looks like it's going to be one of the biggest fights in Dragon Ball Super. After 129, 130, after 130, man, ooh, it's going to get lit. Now, on preview 129, if you guys haven't seen it, we can now confirm that he stepped a bit further, and he has now mastered Ultra Instinct. This is the form or the technique that got advanced up to where he has now mastered it. So he has now mastered the technique to call it now Mastered Ultra Instinct, where this power has increased exponentially, I hope I could say that correctly, towards where he has gotten this form. Now, this is insane. Literally insane to see this. When we just saw this image, we thought it was all lies. This is some guy made it up. He got it off a page. He did a little bit of Photoshop. Bada bing, bada boom. But no, this was 100% confirmed by a lot of people. Even Akira Toriyama himself confirmed it. Because when we saw the preview of the episode, we already knew that this was going to be the form. This was going to be the silver hair, the ever amounts of power aurora coming out of him. But seeing this technique get so advanced to the point where he has mastered it. Mastered the art of allowing the body to move on its own. To literally not think, but to react on your own. Without having to react, kind of, in the sense where he just does it on his own without having to think twice about it. That is insane. I don't know in what world anyone can do that, but I'm sure Goku just pulled that one out of his tuchus. So, anyway, guys, pretty insane episode. If you guys haven't seen it, you guys should definitely check it out. And give me your thoughts and opinions of this new form by leaving in the hashtag DBS, short for Dragon Ball Super. And let me know what you guys think of this form or what this technique. It's not a form. I keep saying form. It's a technique. Everybody keeps thinking it's a form. It's not. It's a technique. Let me know what you guys think of this. And what are your thoughts on how Vegeta went out with a bang? If you guys thought that this was a very soft and heartwarming fight, that he gave it everything he had. What do you guys think of that? And of course, let me know what you think of this new technique. As you see him fully master Ultra Instinct. Because that's something I'm very interested in finding out a little bit more information. But as you may know, that Dragon Ball Super is ending and it's going to suck because we want to keep this show going. But I don't know what's going to happen. Other than when this ends, we're going to see the movie. But of course, Dragon Ball Super dub is going to actually catch up. So my thing is, what we're going to do is, obviously, we're going to go to the dub and watch the full dub of to 130, which is going to be insane, but still, it's going to be awesome to see the dub a little bit, I guess. But I did prefer the Japanese version a little bit, because obviously, I've gotten so accustomed to it. And of course, it kind of is very sad, because the original Bulma voice actress that passed away got replaced with another legendary voice actress. Sorry, I was mumbling over my words. Got replaced with another legendary voice actress, she's amazing. She did some voice acting for Sailor Moon and other very popular animes. But still, nonetheless, very happy to see her join up the Dragon Ball Super community, and of course the Dragon Ball Super show, of course. But yeah, it's gonna be cool. So hopefully we get to see that, and they'll actually catch up to them on the dub side. But let me know what you guys think of all that. And of course, the new Bulma voice actress as well, which I give her much kudos. She's an amazing voice actress, that's from what I've heard, and I've seen her work, and I've seen her voice, and I've even seen her in her voice, in Bulma's voice, which is fantastic. It's very used to. I'm gonna get very used to it very quickly, because I think I've heard that voice before. But anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to slap a like, make sure to subscribe to join the Dokkan Hype Squad. And of course, if you guys want to see more anime content like this, make sure you let me know in the comments below. And as always, guys, stay blessed and keep playing that Dokkan and keep watching that anime.